Oh man, I just got out of an involved conversation with the bus driver. I love her, and I try not to talk because I can get going and I can dominate a conversation, and I'm insane. So I can offend people and I can make people like, oh, this guy's crazy. But we were talking about how her husband or boyfriend or male friend or some male in her life was diagnosed with a terminal illness and tried to reach out to the Social Security office at end of his life after 65 years of life, and they ripped him off. They gave him one check and it was inadequate to his bills. And it's just, he went to his death wondering, why did I even pay into this fucking bullshit country? Why did I even get involved? If you're not rich, it just rips you off. So what happens is he gets a 3-month terminal diagnosis, and he calls up the Social Security office about 3 months before December, and he says, hey, I need to, or no, he doesn't call up, he goes in and he says, I need to talk to somebody about getting benefits. And they say, well, you're gonna need to call. And he goes, well, I don't like to call. And they said, well, you're gonna have to call anyway. And you get to call a week before you're going to die. And when he calls, bitch hangs up on him. And so he has to call back a week later, days before his terminal diagnosis is set to end. And they give him one check, completely inadequate to his bills. Meanwhile, the bus driver lady that I'm talking to is now saddled with all of this debt from his medical bills, because you know the medical industry isn't going to leave that well enough alone. Well, he died, you're off the hook. Oh, hell no, that isn't how that works. He died, now you get to pay extra. Because what we were talking about is why I'm homeless. We were talking about my trauma and why I just refuse to go back to work for somebody who's not myself. Because I was telling her all the horror stories about working for United Dairy Farmers in Columbus, Ohio. But why? Why did I spend all those years between 2005 and 2020 being a good citizen? This state, this United States of America doesn't give a fuck about me. This state prevented me from being able to vote, so I couldn't make sure Donald Trump makes sure I get the benefits that belong to me because I paid in.